Just wait. Face ID. Just wait, everyone. It just never works. Nothing works. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Did you miss me? I missed you. It's a great day. I don't know how all you streamers do it. How do you keep it all together? How do you make sure that everything's working all at the same time and you do a check everything? Now, I'm going to give you the heads up. I'm only going to be on for about 40 minutes today. I've got a very important Zoom. I might be winning the contract for 2023 for the Department of... I won't tell you which department, but it's going to be very important. So let's have a look. Firstly, where are we? Today is Friday, the 9th of December. It's $1.68.9. And I'm thinking of going to Tom Tor, where it's minus 45 degrees Celsius. Double that and add 30 if you want to in Fahrenheit. Is that like minus 100? I don't know what that is. Is that like a minus 115 or something? That's got to be crazy. I'm going to go there. I'm thinking I've got to go somewhere for Christmas, and I'm thinking that's where I'm going to go. Fly out of Australia and come into here. Boy, have we got so much to talk about today. I have so many questions about the lead story for the day. The lead story is that you cannot have sex outside of marriage if you're going to Indonesia. Now, how are they going to check that? Anyway, so many questions that we have to go through today. But before we do, we've got to say cheers to the big man himself. There isn't a cheersing him, but that's me with the big fella. He used to be taller than me just only a few years ago. Cheers, Rudy. Like only about 10 years ago, he was taller than I was. It was like, he was 6'1". I'm not kidding you. And I'm only 6'1.5". And I'm only 61 years age and 4 months. Something like that. What's on TV before we get going? It's an accident. Okay. Nothing too much happening around the world. Boy, have we got so much going on. I know there's only one reason. There's only one reason why you're here on this beautiful Friday, which is normally Funky Shirt Friday. But today, I'm only here for the waffles, which was donated to me by the beautiful Di McMath, who wore a T-shirt as she sat on that chair over there, and she had written, "I'm only here for the whiskey." Hi, Di. I hope you're enjoying your time over in New Zealand. There's so much shit going on over there as well. Oh, I brought a story the other day, which we're going to get into a little bit today. Oh, there's so much going on. Let's get into it because you're only here for one reason. Here we go. Oh, no. Why doesn't it work? Did I not? Who's first? I've got to go right up to there, do I? Here we go. Oh, word of the day. Objugate. Objugate. I know the word obfuscate, which is not smart or not intelligent at all. Objugate is to objugate. Objugate you. Is self-loathing? I don't know. I'm making that up. I don't know. I'm not happy about who I am. You people are good with your little words of the days, aren't you? Rudy, we better get it stuck into the story because I'm only here for, like I said, 40 minutes. And then I'm going to head over to Chad Theory. And Chad Theory is going to have me on his wonderful show. And maybe I'm sitting there with Nico and Liv, and I'll be like a guest. I might change my shirt. What will I wear? I might wear a funky shirt. That's what I might do. That's what I'm going to do. Folks, were there any messages? Oh, that one here. I want to show you a little bird. It's quite cute, actually. Let me just have a look at this. I'm only going to put this up. The person who sent me this, as I throw this up here, the person who sent me this, I know you're in two minds. Don't be in two minds. And I'm glad that you do join into the show. Thank you so much for your message. I know this is only between the two of us, but I get it. Okay? I get it. I'm your ray of hope. Maybe I want to change my name to Ray. I'm Ray of Hope. Anyway, that's all the messages I had. Let's get into the rant before we get going. Let's do it. Oh, come on, people. Zelensky and Spirit of Ukraine named Time Person of the Year. I used to buy Time magazine, especially when it was Man of the Year, so they should have kept it to that. But now it's Persons of the Year. And now here we have Man of the Year to going out to this putz. What did he do? So this was the guy who was a comedian and also played the piano with his penis. So cool. It's such an old gag, that one. It's like nobody did that. I think I did that when I was like 12. So he's a little boy and the person gets Person of the... No one cares. Just go away. No one cares. No one. Look at this photo here. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing one of the Hemsworth boys. And it's got Christian Wilkins rocks corset on red carpet. Well, the one on the left isn't Christian Wilkins. The one on the left on the other side isn't Christian Wilkins. And the one on the right-hand side is Chris Hemsworth. Or Liam. Or Peter. One of the Hemsworths. They all look the same. Like, seriously, where are you? Boom. You've only got one job, news.com. One job. If you're going to put Christian Wilkins, then put Christian Wilkins as the photo. But we have to have a look at who this is anyway. So it's Elsa Pataki. I have no idea who that is. Probably, is that Chris Hemsworth? There it is. Is that partner? Are they partners? Anyway, she's kind of like, you know what I'm talking about. This is Christian Wilkins. You know what? Here's what I want to do. For all those people who are virtue signaling about the people who are so brave, it's so wonderful, so beautiful. I want you to do this. If you think this is good and you would like to be able to turn up to work, I want you to go to your work, to your accountancy practice. Here we go. Go to something like PricewaterhouseCoopers. I don't know. Go to your construction company like Tees or John Holland's. I want you to go there and I want you to dress up there and I want you to walk into the next meeting and just go, hi everyone, I've just decided Christian Wilkins is rocking it. He's rocking it on the red carpet and I've decided that's what I want to wear. Like, I'm so brave, people. Like, what are you doing? Like, where are the men of the world? This is interesting. Only just happened a few hours ago. So this I got off Twitter. Benny Johnson had written, meet Brittany Griner and Marine Paul Whelan. Both Americans. Both were convicted in Russian courts on dubious charges. Both serving multi-year sentences in Russian prison. Brittany hates America. Paul serves America. Thank you for your service, Paul. I think Paul there was maybe had been, I don't know, he was earmarked as a spy. I'm not too sure. And what did this putz on the left-hand side do? So what did this LBGTQ ABCD RSVP person do for her country except play netball? Was it netball or even basketball? Don't care. Like, don't care. Tattooed, lefty, dreadlocked, dirty, have a shower. And so they made an exchange where they grabbed, what was it? The merchant of murder? The merchant of... What was his name? What was his name? I don't even know his name. And they grabbed him, which they made a movie out of, and they said, we'll do a swap. We'll grab the little lefty and swap for a mass murderer who exchanged weapons. Merchant of Death. Thanks, Schwander. The Merchant of Death. And so we'll get the Merchant of Death who sold weapons, gave away weapons for this person. So that's a good trade. And I thought, America, tell me what happened, America. You said leave no one behind. Leave not one person behind. But I bet you this was a choice. I'm kind of like putting myself out there. I'm thinking this was a choice that America had where they could have said, hey, what are we going to do here? Should we get Paul back or should we get the netball basketball player? See, nobody even knows who she is. Like, seriously. Because she smoked weed. You go to that country, you got weed on you, you got oil that's exclusively only left for people who are in countries where you're allowed to smoke weed. And then they grabbed this person here and they said, we'll take her. Oh, just crazy, man. I don't know what's going on, America. Like, seriously, help us out, people. You're the people that we're supposed to be looking up to. And you've got the leader of the free world, the most powerful person in the country chooses that over the other one. Like, seriously, America, we want to look up to you, but we can't anymore. Like, you and your free speech, you don't have it anymore. Free expression. Come on, help us out. Us little poor people in Australia. We don't even exist down here, apparently. Here we go. Austrian brothel. I think I might go to Austria for my holidays. Austria brothel offering free sex voucher with on-site COVID vaccination. A brothel in Austria, Rudy, you'd be so pleased about this, is offering free sex sessions, a sex session, in exchange for receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. Reuters reports. Rudy, this is what they're doing to your country. This is what they're doing. If you want to have the vaccine, is you go over to Austria and you go, I want my free sex session. What time does it start? Oh, no, you don't get a free sex session. What you get is that you get a voucher that you'll be able to use later in life. Read Grace Tame's very lengthy tribute to hero Brittany Higgins. Oh, please, spare me. Spare me the pain. Excuse me. Sorry, I nearly threw up in my mouth. Police hunt for a man who allegedly walked out of a store with $10,000 Armani jacket down his pants. I don't know about you, but I was just thinking about do I have any jackets here or anything? No, I don't. I've cleaned up, that's why. But I'm thinking, if I've got a jacket, which would be I'm thinking puffy jacket that George Costanza wears. I'm thinking puffy jacket down my pants. You'd be able to notice that. And then now they hunt for a man who allegedly, I thought that's what it's all about now, especially in Los Angeles, where they're just going into stores and taking all the clothes off the rack and they're just walking out. So the problem is with this putz here, why don't you learn from the people who are the experts, like in LA? All you have to do is put a mask on and colour your face a different colour, like blue. Rod Stewart reveals his son, Aiden, was rushed to hospital. Rod Stewart reveals his son, Aiden, 11, was rushed to hospital in an ambulance with a suspected heart attack after collapse at a football match. Okay, I did read a bit later, and I'm not too sure that the little boy had a panic attack. You're 11. What are you panicking about? You're playing soccer. What's there to panic about? Oh, God. What are we raising? Get up. Get up. Run. Smiling Meghan and Harry arrive in New York by private jet. I've got enough of this story here. I'm just sick. Private jet, climate change, what are your emissions like? Get the little person like G-Man to turn off all these little electrical stuff here because I'm using up too much emissions. And these are the putzes that are traveling around the world that are simply just poisoning the earth, and they're blaming us and put your headphones on, and then you get this. Tell me this makes you sick. Tell me. Just listen to this. And he just sits there and allows that woman, his wife, to disparage and denigrate his grandmother. Was that a smug look, as if to say, yeah, it's pretty rank, isn't it, that everyone's got a curtsy for my grandmother? But that's tradition. Hey, you know what my viewpoints are? You know what my viewpoints are? But when you have someone like that who then disparages her husband's grandmother on a Netflix series, it's just so pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. But what I want you to do, if you can turn it up a little bit, I want you to listen to this again, because I don't know about you, but I think they're watching Pornhub in the background. Just have a listen. Did you hear it? I'm sure I heard it. I'm sick of these people. So why do you think I might have that? Why do you think I might have this up here? Okay, you can work it out yourself, but it's got a lot to do with this person here. Please, you need to We've got stories interweaving into each other. Rudy, we're just going at 100 miles an hour here. I've got to watch the time. Put your headphones on. Oh, check this out, people.
I'm going to say some stuff that's going to ruffle some feathers. It may even evoke anger out of some of you. But if it does evoke anger, it's because it's the truth. So sit the fuck down and put the shoe on, Cinderella, because here we go. If you look at the culprits from most of the school shootings, most of the church shootings, most of the attacks against the LGBT and minority groups, who is it? It's white cis men. Oh, no, it's a mental health crisis. We need to acknowledge it. No, we're not going to use mental health illnesses as the reasoning on why this is happening. I have mental health issues and I'm white. I'm not going out there doing this shit. It's white cis men who are a part of the far right-winged ideology of fascism.
He doesn't even know what he's saying.
Threat and the terrorism to this country. And if you don't fucking think so, you're a fucking dingbat. P.S. A drag queen reading to your child isn't going to do anything to them, but you showing up in militia gear wanting to play Call of Duty is going to traumatize them for the rest of their life.
A dingbat. He called me a dingbat. And by the way, what is a cis male or a cis female? Mate, heads up. There's only female and male. That's all there is, brother. And what's with your chin? Like, what do you got, one of those slack-jawed chins? Like, what's going on there? And what's with the Tim Pool beanie that you got on there? Like, seriously. You know, hold your camera up a little bit higher so your face doesn't look so distorted. Oh, hang on. What's this picture of? I don't have any idea. Maybe it's just, I don't know, childhood shots of people who... you can't even mention it. You can't even go there and you can't say, oh, yeah, well, here we go. Like, what's wrong with you, brother? What's going on? And if that's not enough... Like, what is it with these people that are hating on themselves? Like, when I say hate on themselves, they hate themselves that much that they don't like their color of their skin. Check this woman out.
You know what? While we're on the topic of how white people are just fucking the world up for everyone, you're not one of the good white people.
I am.
There are no good white people.
I am.
There are only anti-racist white people and racist white people. Anti-racism is a lifelong project, and the end goal is not for you to be good. It's for society to be good. Decenter yourself. Do the work.
Do the work.
It's hard. You're going to get it wrong. But if you are not out there every day actively trying to understand, you're not a good white person. Stop patting yourself on the back. Stop congratulating each other. Stop separating us from the bad white people. Don't sit out there in comments and say, we don't claim them. We are them. We are them. We are the ones shooting up schools. We are the ones raping people. We are the ones enslaving people.
There you go. There's your answer. If you wanted to know where they all are, that's her. Go and arrest her, FBI. Hey? Oh, gee, FBI, eh? Well, they're in a bit of trouble. Well, get back over there. All right. Jack Dorsey urges Elon Musk to expose unfiltered Twitter files. Oh. That's all I have to say. It's too funny. Former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey has urged the platform's new owner, Elon Musk, to release all internal company conversations without filter so the public can judge for themselves. He says, if the goal is transparency to build trust, why not just release everything without filter and let people judge for themselves, including all discussions around current and future actions. Make everything public now. Elon Musk declared everything will be released. Too funny. This is funny. I think this is in Macquarie. Where is it? No, Port Macquarie. Port Macquarie, and just north of Sydney, between where I am and Sydney. This is too funny. Council paid some guy who probably knocked on the door and said, "Hey, look, I put up Christmas lights, and I want to make your Christmas tree look good." And the mayor said, "What are you charging?" He said, "A bottle of whiskey." What's the company called? Rudy and Sons. All right. Do you have any pictures? No, but I'll tell you what, for a bottle of whiskey, we'll do it for you. Oh, okay. So the mayor comes out the next night. This is what he gets. That was me. I just sneezed. Rudy was putting up the lights and I just sneezed everywhere. That's bad. I reckon a 4-year-old could do better. That's horrible. What the hell? That's great though. I reckon more people would take photos of that Christmas tree than any other Christmas tree ever. Oh, here we go. Di, you sent me that video. Horrible. Let's read this. I did this story the other day. Why am I sneezing? It's only this room that I sneeze. Anyway, New Zealand courts rules against anti-vax parents of ill baby. Oh, if this doesn't make you angry. Wellington, New Zealand, Associated Press. A New Zealand court temporarily took away medical custody of a baby from his parents on Wednesday after they refused blood transfusions for him unless the blood came from donors who were unvaccinated against COVID-19. The court's ruling in favour of health authorities places the 4-month-old boy into the guardianship of the authorities until after he undergoes an urgently needed heart operation and recovers. The parents remain in charge of the decision about their boy that don't relate to the operation. High Court Judge Putz Ian Galt said he accepted the affidavits of health experts who said there have been millions of blood transfusions performed around the world since coronavirus vaccines were introduced, and the vaccines hadn't caused any known harmful effects. Well, if that's keeping your baby safe and you're the parent of that baby and these putzers they're coming to take your kids away, people. They're coming to take your kids away. I'm so glad I'm at the other end of the spectrum of the world, and I'll be pulling up my toes and, this is that somebody just wrote, No Spin wrote that known harmful, effects. Known, yes. Well, we know of a few. The parents had said that they already have unvaccinated donors willing to give blood for their son's operation, but health authorities argued that such direct donations should only occur in exceptional circumstances, such as for recipients with very rare blood types or if you're a Mormon. Maybe they should have just said, we're Mormons. All right, here's the main story of the day. Rudy, we'll just get into this one here. How are we going on time? I've got to finish up pretty soon. And then I've got a very important Zoom to go. I've got to change shirts. I've got to look very schmicky. I might even have a shave. Who knows? Might blow my nose. What Bali sex ban means for Aussies. So, what's going on here, people? Indonesia's controversial new sex ban on sex outside of marriage has sparked warnings that thousands of Australians who visit Bali every week could face prison time. How, you ask? Well, around 16 million tourists visited Indonesia in 2019. Why weren't there any stats for 2020, 2021 and 2022? Oh, that's right, because of some scam that was going on around the world. And in the country's tourism sector, which was wiped out during COVID, has begun to rebound this year with Aussies leading the charge. Really? But according to the text seen by the Australian Federal Police, sex outside of marriage will be punished with 1 year in prison, while unmarried people living together could face 6 months in jail. It is important to note, however, that police cannot proceed with investigating adultery or cohabitation without a complaint. Professor Butt said. Professor Butt Plug said, and not just anyone can make a complaint. Not just anyone. You can't make a complaint. I've got so many things. I've got so many questions I need to ask people. That's the end of the rant. Finish up soon. I've got so many questions. So what do? Do they knock on the door? Papers. You mean like vaccination papers? Papers. I'm sorry, do you mean like immigration papers? Papers. You want my passport? Papers. I don't know what you're talking about. Paper. Oh, you mean marriage papers. You want those papers. If I give you my marriage certificate, just to prove that I'm having sex inside of marriage, then I'm allowed to continue having sex. Is that what you're saying? Well, what are they going to do? So they're going to work on, are you two married? No. Aha! Gotcha. In prison. I'm going to see how full the prisons will be. Does that also extend to sex in prisons? What happens there? What about the inmates that are having sex? Do the inmates that are already in prison, do they then go to prison for another year for every time they have sex? There's so many questions. I don't know. I don't know what I have to do. I don't know. It's too funny. What about us widowers? I agree, Shadow Man. What about us widowers? You know, what happened to us? So anyway, I'm going to go to, where did I say I'm going to? I have to have a look. Tom Tor. Get off now. Okay, sorry, it's on for 20 seconds or something. I'm going to Tom Tor for my holidays. Minus 45 degrees. That's where I'm going. There's another place called Tobolsk in Russia. I think they're the people that I want to go. They're the places that I want to head off to. 9:26 people. Oh. There's too much going on. Maybe in this little time that I have left, I'll be on for another 10 minutes. I can put the lines on. If you want to have a chat to me about any of the stories there, I'll put the connection is on. If you want to call me, we'll go on to talk to you on just Zoom. You know how it's done, isn't it? Don't I just press this? Where is it? 9. Nothing works. Nothing ever works. All Zoom ID. That one there. There we go. Dial by your location. There it is there. But if you want to call me, you simply get onto Zoom. Type in that passcode 476-631-8505 with the passcode of 666. I keep getting meeting ID in the other one. If you want to give me a call before I go, but I'm going to go in about 5 minutes. I've got so many things to do. I'm a busy person. I'm wanted now in Bali. I'm going to go to Bali. I'm just going to go there on my own. And I'm going to go for a massage and a happy finish. Are you two together? No, I'm having a happy finish. That's not sex. Or is that sex? Is a happy finish sex? I'm not too sure. Let's all go to that other channel and continue talking amongst ourselves. You would too, wouldn't you? You would definitely do that. And by the way, people, there's the link. I've just put the link up on the screen. If you want to head over to Chad's channel, jump over to there in about an hour's time. So he is on at, it's so difficult. So he is on at 12 midday at New South Wales time, but 11 o'clock Queensland time. Work that out. So 2 hours ahead of here. So whatever time it is now, look at your clickety clock. Whatever time you have, just go, all right, 2 hours. In 2 hours, he'll be on. But that's the link anyway. So you might want to click onto that. He's already got his channel up, ready for you to start chatting amongst each other. And then I will come on at some unforgiven time that we will do. All right, so I've got somebody on. People, put your headphones on. Hang on a tick, brother. Hang on a tick. I just need to put the headphones on. I think you're on.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready to go. Mayor, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
How you doing?
So, I have my own rant.
Tell me. Is
Start
it
out with that asshole, that guy we call the president. So he released a mass murderer for a sports star that hates America, that actually committed a crime in Russia, as opposed to taking a Marine that served his country honorably, that did not create any crime. And again, a black lesbian that hates America, as opposed to a Marine that served his country.
And
I'm ripped.
You should be angry. And if I'm angry over this side of the pond, you should be, and all your fellow Americans should absolutely be livid about this exchange. You would think that a Marine serving your country, regardless, I know everyone is important and everyone wants her back too. Like we have no problems about that. But everyone wants that person to come back. But why would you leave behind one of your best and brightest serving American Marines? Tell me, help me out, man.
I don't want her back. She committed a crime. She admitted she committed a crime.
Yeah, okay.
It was either both or none.
Yeah.
Both or none. The Russians wanted to buy so bad because he buys arms. They're at war with Ukraine. That guy's more valuable to them than he is to us. So it should have been both or none, or the Marine, but certainly not her. I am ripped.
And you should be.
She hates America. She won't stand for the flag.
Yep.
She why are we taking that? And I'm sorry. I am so angry over this. I can't hardly see straight.
Yeah. Yeah, I only heard the story.
And they're apologizing. Oh, we're so glad she's coming home.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yep.
Fuck her.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my bit of rant for today. Sorry.
It's good to get it off your chest, though, isn't it? Like you sometimes you just got to, you just got to escalate your feelings in this one here. You just do, and it's a travesty. This is something that is going to live down for years and years. And when you have a look at the exchanges that have been done, and you look at this exchange, I just cannot understand it. I just can't. I mean, I could go on about this, but mate, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. All we can do is I look at your country. I do, and honestly, I look at your country, and I must say, I used to look up to America in the way that I've got an ally that will protect us. And I don't know, mate. I'm not too sure now. I'm just not too sure. If I was maybe a different orientation, maybe. But I think to come and help me out, I don't know, mate. I know you're one of our greatest allies, but I don't have a lot of faith. I don't. And I don't think a lot of Americans have a lot of faith.
Well, we certainly don't have a lot of faith in our current leader.
Yeah. I think, that's where it stems from.
And it's so sad because they were worried about Trump's tweets. Oh, my God. He had mean tweets, but he served his country. So he got stuck with hip-hop.
Yeah.
But what's so sad is this guy shouldn't be president. This guy should be taken care of.
Yeah.
Terrible disservice.
Mate, I feel your
Done
pain.
in America.
Seriously.
Extreme disservice.
When I read that this morning and I looked up and I went, this can't be true. This is obviously a parody account. And then I just saw the Twitter feed and I went, oh no, it's horrible. It's just horrible anyway. Mate, I have to run. I got to run.
The thing about the thing with your dad didn't work out. I was watching and it disappeared. That was great.
Well, I'm gonna grab.
But I want to make another.
You going?
Go ahead. So I want to make another comment about the rape trial. Mm-hmm. That poor guy. He can't prove himself innocent anymore because they dropped the trial. So everybody's going to assume he's guilty because he couldn't prove himself innocent.
No.
And then this bitch gets to write her stories.
Well, hang on.
This is so unfair.
Hey, slow down a minute. Slow down, because I think there's going to be some news. If you jump over to Chad Theory in about 2 hours' time, Bruce Lerman has got himself one of the best defamation lawyers in the country. And he's going to be suing the arse out of Channel 10, The Project, ABC, and even maybe even Brittany Higgins in that case. So we're just, I'm not going to be talking too much about it because I think Chad on his channel there does a much better expose of that. And I'll just join in as, as probably just a mantelpiece looker.
Oh, that's some good news. I'm glad you mentioned. So I hear that.
Yeah,
that's some good news. I hope he goes all the way with this.
Well, we can just about call it the Kyle Rittenhouse effect.
Yeah.
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 All right, mate.
So I don't know if you have anybody else on. I didn't want to take up a lot of your time today.
No, I got to go anyway.
Yeah. So when you on next?
Tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be out with my daughter and my grandkids doing Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll watch the show later in the evening. So have a wonderful day.
Thank you, mate.
And tomorrow's whiskey day for you, right?
Certainly is.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And then cheers to your dad.
Nice rant too, by the way.
All right, bud.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
So, you take care, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, good people, it's always good to have a nice little rant, and that's what it's all about. You want to have your own little rant, you can jump on here. Folks, I do have to go, because as I said, I have got a very important Zoom. I'm making it up, but I have a very important Zoom I've got to get to. I have a closing video. Please hit all the buttons that you need to do. Here we go. Like that smash button. Oh, there I am. Oh, I like that camera over there. Like the smash button. Wild. Merry Christmas, everyone.
All hail Rudy.
I'll be on tomorrow, everyone. I've got to get changed. Put a shirt on. Definition, word of the day. To chide, to scold, to rebuke. Nice one. Nice one, Wiley. What should I wear, Michelle? Thanks, Lee. They want the best in the business. Thank you, Altair. Thank you for all your support. You know what I mean. Yes, everyone, see you tomorrow. Well done, everyone. We're going to leave the last one to Brent Sams there. All hail Rudy and cheers G-Man. Thank you very much, everyone. I might see you in a couple of hours on Chad Theory. If not, I will see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.